So we have a rounding problem with Tom's trip to Boston, and both his miles and his gallons are being rounded. So we need to figure out the actual number of miles per gallon, and so the high end of the high efficiency end of his miles per gallon would be the highest number of miles and the lowest amount of gas. Whereas the low end of things would be the lowest number of miles using the highest amount of gas. So we have then miles and gas, low and high. We need to make sure we get these right. One strange thing about the way some of these rounding problems work is that they don't round kind of exactly the same way that you or I might. So if he drove 250 miles to the nearest 10 miles, that means he drove between 245 and 255. We might, for example, have imagined that it were 254 at the high end, because once it's 255 we would round up. But we're looking for the two extreme endpoints that his number must be between. So it could be, or it could be 254.99999. So 255 puts it for certain just beyond that. Same thing with the gas. He used 10 gallons of gasoline rounded to the nearest gallon. So it's between 9.5 and 10.5. However, these are the fractions. We can't use these numbers as is. We have to match up the high. I'm going to put a line here so this is separate. The high miles, which is 255, over the lowest gas, which is 9.5. And over here we have the lowest miles, which is 245, over the highest gas, which is 10.5. And, of course, I have these in the wrong order, but these end up being the same thing in answer choice D.